It is Tuesday, April the 15th, 2025. I am James. You are you. We are here. And my God, it feels great to be back. Last week, we announced and we promised you an episode. And folks, we broke that promise. So from me, from Dave, from Devin, from the entire team at the At Home with James Internet Show, we would like to give you our sincerest and most heartfelt apologies. Because I know that last week I was lost without this show. I can't imagine how lost you felt. Collectively, we were like a group of puppies roaming the streets, trying to avoid street sweepers, derelicts, and people trying to imprison us in kennels. But through the grace of God above, we find ourselves back together once again, not at 9 p.m., not at 10 p.m., but at 9:36 p.m. Weirdest start time that this show has ever seen. And we used to do periodically an 11 a.m. Sunday show. I think we even did a lunchtime show. We did a supper time show. Who does shows at the half past hour mark? I was prepared to go at 10 o'clock. I don't like it, but I do it. And I think that it brings out something good in this show. More on that later. I received an instant message from the show's former side piece, now current main squeeze, at about, let's say 5 to 9. Hey, I can do the show now if you want. Oh yeah, let me just get everything started. Let's do it now. Even though everything that's been promoted, and I get it, I know, who's looking at the promo? The person that I'm talking about, that's what they're thinking. What does it matter? Well, if it doesn't matter, what does any of it matter? Why don't we just never announce a show? Guys, I'm here to announce that this is the mystery show. You never know when it's going to happen. Just stay posted. It could be Monday. It could be Tuesday. There could be a Sunday show at 4 a.m. Doesn't matter. We'll promote it at 10 p.m., but it doesn't matter when it's on. Sounds crazy when I explain it like that, doesn't it? But here we are. I compromised and conceded to a 9:30 start. Now, I have a feeling some people, not many, might show up at 10 o'clock, and they'll have missed the first great half hour of the show. Let's bring on the person that is not only responsible for tonight's impromptu start time of 9:30, but they're also responsible for the fact that last week's show didn't happen. Let's welcome, and he's this guy, as it pertains to being the show's main squeeze, is on thin ice. There are cracks developing all around this guy. And we might, before the end of the night, when this show ends at 10:30, he might go sploosh.
I'm on the screen.
The guy's already here. This shows that you've been gone for a while.
Here it comes.
You didn't even wait for Let's Get Dave Kaufman. Dave,
it's the longest intro ever.
So glad that you could join us.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
Since you've been gone.
Yeah, who sings that?
I can't stream for the first time.
It's Kelly
I'm
Clarkson.
not on the net.
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
Winner of American Idol.
Yeah.
And current talk show host.
Beating Justin Guarini for the top spot.
Yeah, and then they came together from Justin to Kelly. You and I are a lot like Justin and Kelly Clarkson.
We should have a watch along of that movie.
Oh, we should?
Yeah.
Dave, I want to quickly go to the chat. This show is not only disrupting your and my life. BroDog1991 writes, missing the third period of the Leafs game for this. Oh, I'm sorry, Leafs fan. You haven't had a great enough season so far.
We're doing
Top
you a favor.
Of the Atlantic, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing you a favor. You don't have to watch that trash.
Yeah, you call me the Leaf blower, baby. Yeah. I'm taking those Leafs and I'm like this.
Well, you look like the Leaf sucker, if you know what I'm saying.
That's what they call me. The Leaf sucker at gmail.com.
Yeah.
I'd walk into a building and Chris Hansen would be waiting for me.
Yeah.
Are you a leaf sucker?
At
Why don't you
least.
sit down? Have a
Well,
cookie.
yeah.
I bring a pizza and a box of condoms. Just kidding. I wouldn't bring the condoms.
No.
That's
Guy
just a bit
like
of
you, there's
Dateline
no
NBC to
way.
catch a predator humor.
Let's get serious, James. What's on your
Okay.
mind?
Yeah, I would like to get serious, Dave. I would
Sure.
like for you to apologize to the audience because 2 weeks ago you said you would stream live from your little work trip. We'll get touch on that later
Sure.
in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like you did a whole lot of work.
We didn't do that much work. No. No, we didn't do a ton of work, but it was.
Yeah, hold on. I want to cut the crap here.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone, not a friend of the show, Danielle Davidson.
Mm-hmm.
She said to me, "Has Dave shown you any pictures from his vacation?" And I said, "I don't know if it was a vacation, it was a work trip."
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, "From what I've seen, it looked like a vacation."
Yeah.
Now, there's a real big problem when that dolt is telling me the truth and you're not.
No, it was
Dave,
a work trip. It was
Yeah,
a work
yeah.
trip.
Yeah,
But I did send her 2 pictures, and I have both of them with me here tonight.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be a bit of a show and tell.
Sure. Yeah. There was something I wanted to say, but I forget. I forget what it was.
I believe it was an apology for not
Apology,
following
right.
through on your promise that we would be live from Costa Rica.
Yeah, I was the internet connection at our place of residence in Costa Rica was not particularly steady, so it wouldn't have been a great idea.
Okay. Well, you didn't tell me that when you said I don't think we should do it.
Well, that I was implying that, and also there was other work people.
What
around.
was the implication? Usually there's some type of, prefix for the implication.
You're right. I mean, I wasn't implying that, but in my head, I was. That was one of the reasons in my head why I said that. Is what I should have said.
So it was in your head, but you did not communicate it
I
on
did
any
not
level.
imply it. I used it as a
I would like to
prior
see how
in
that
order
could
to make
hold
the
up in a
decision.
court of law with someone who committed a crime.
Well, it's a simple misspeak as long as the witness
It's
clarifies.
not a misspeak if you don't speak it.
What's a what?
It wasn't a misspeak if you don't speak anything. You withheld
I'm saying
information.
tonight was a misspeak. The withholding of
Oh.
information.
Understood.
I didn't realize that I.
I'm
needed-
holding your feet to the fire tonight.
You are. You're very aggressive to me today. I've noticed.
It's not aggressive. You and I have two very different definitions of what aggression
All right,
is.
fair enough.
You know who got aggressed? Me. I got groped last night. Again.
Did you?
Yeah. And
James,
this time,
you gotta
it was
stop-
by a man,
You
baby.
gotta stop dressing that way.
Look at me. You know what it is?
Yeah,
I got a fresh cut.
yeah. You're looking
And
good,
Dave,
James.
you haven't noticed, I've got a new hoodie.
I would say the colors of the black pops a little bit more tonight.
Yeah, and it's very form-fitting. You
Yeah.
know, I'm call me Johnny Cash. Check this out. It's like I'm wearing two hoodies.
Yeah, was that like long john shirt?
No, this is a corduroy. Check this
Corduroy.
out. Black shirt.
Oh wow,
Dave, you were with me how great does this shirt look on me?
you look good, James.
Am I in my Venus period, do you think?
I mean, maybe in your penis period.
Oh, I'm in. So what does that mean, Dave?
What's
Why don't you
your-
tell us? Why don't you yes and your own little joke?
It's where you you lead with your member.
So you're saying right now I may or may not be the cock of the walk.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't think this is aggressive at all.
What? The
I think I'm
outfit?
feisty tonight.
Feisty, but feistiness and aggressiveness are they're distant cousins for sure.
They can kiss.
Yeah.
Kissing cousins.
Kissing cousins,
Dave,
yeah.
why don't you get into why you wanted to start early tonight? But still somehow late. It's not 9 o'clock.
Well, I just wanted to go to bed earlier. I'm still a bit I don't
Yeah.
know, jet lagged maybe.
I wanted you to say it. Jet lag. What's the time difference there?
It's not that there was a time difference. It's that the flight that I had to take back was a 6:15 a.m. flight, and I was an hour and 30-minute drive away from the airport. So I didn't sleep that day. So it's not jet
Okay, so
lag
you're
in the
not
sense-
jet lagged. You're sleep deprived. This is
Sleep deprived.
worse than when Dimitri Kieras tried to tell me he was jet lagged after a flight from
Toronto.
Toronto. Probably took him longer to get to the airport than he
Same
was in
time
the airport.
zone. Okay, at least
Yeah.
this isn't the same time zone. This is 2 hours difference.
Yeah.
So jet lag was the wrong. You're calling me out on all my wrong
Yeah, I'm
words, James.
holding your feet to the
Yeah,
flames
yeah, yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
Now, I was going to tell you no. I was going to say no. We've already promoted it, as I mentioned in my incredible intro off the top.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hit me with the I kind of want to go to bed card.
Early. I
Dave,
want to go to bed
this is
early.
what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to say.
Go ahead.
I think we should go back to 9 o'clock.
I mean, look, I agree in theory. It's just I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to swing it.
Dave, we got to put it out there. Your kids are becoming a problem.
I love my kids. I miss them a lot when I was away.
Look, there's plenty of things that I love junk food.
Sure, sure. I
And if I
suppose.
eat too much of it,
Yeah, I guess you get a bellyache.
yeah, you get a bellyache.
Yeah. If I spend too much quality time with my children, I'll get a heartache.
Now I don't have kids.
No, certainly not. No
But
woman
I
would do
know I
that.
know enough people that have kids that I think to myself, it must be pretty easy to not have strong, but at least fleeting moments of resent. Is that fair to say?
Um,
Like when your kids are riding your hide and they're being annoying and they catch you at a bad moment and you must look at them and think, just shut up.
that sure. Is that resent though?
I would say so.
I've
I
definitely been like,
resent you
Jesus
for
Christ, just go to fucking bed.
not even that.
Yeah.
Like you ever look at your kids and just go, ugh.
No, not that.
I'm sure I would if I had kids.
I don't know, because there's like the biological trickery that comes into play.
Yeah, but I also think that there's enough spite in me that if they were like, what's a show that what's it called? Ninja House or whatever?
Oh, the Ninja Kids.
Yeah, if that came on, I thought, you have to be, I was going to curse. You've got to be kidding me right now.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you can't, I think I would try, and this would be wrong of me, I'd try to raise my kids to be interested in better things.
I mean, that's. I don't think that's your problem. I think that. I mean, you can try to do that, but sometimes they like what they like too.
Dave, be honest. Do you think I'm ever gonna have kids?
Hmm.
Dave, you think I'm gonna find the one?
I think that I'd say it's 50-50 for you having kids.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not getting any younger.
No, that's true. We all trust me. We all aren't.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. So this is all to say, I think we got to move the show back to 9.
Okay. Well, look, I'll do my best.
If not 9, let's just for instance, if it's not 9 and it's not 10, what would it be? Do you think?
9:30.
Such a crappy start time.
Look.
Every Monday and sometimes Tuesday at 9:30.
What followed Seinfeld on NBC? That was a 9:30 slot.
Well, then we should have another show that follows this show and also leads in. We need a lead
We
in.
needed the Jay Leno 10 p.m. show.
Oh, I would love if Jay Leno was our lead in. That'd be
That's
awesome.
a curse, man. That's a curse. That's what happened to Conan, right? And
Wouldn't be for us.
yeah, you're right.
So before we move on to the At Home with James show, we're gonna do jaywalking.
He had a picture where his face was all swollen. It looked like he was beat up by the mob.
Yeah, and then I think it was like a year later, he fell down the hill
Yeah,
at a
he's
hotel, and then people thought, no, he must have been beaten up by the mob.
yeah.
This guy can't even. You know what's bad when you can't fall down a grassy hill without people thinking that the mob is after you.
You ever notice when you break it?
Dave, I want to get in. I want to get into your vacation.
Sure,
here.
yeah.
I want to get into your vacation. So you went to Costa Rica for work.
Yeah.
We're not going to say what you do. Let's just say you work a video store.
Sure, yeah. This was a Blockbuster retreat.
Yeah, okay. You work at Blockbuster.
Yeah.
And I asked you to collect some fun photos.
Yeah.
Now, there's a couple stories you said you're not going to tell on the air.
Sure, yeah. The way you phrase it, it sounds way worse than it is.
No, I don't think anything bad happened.
Okay, great.
I don't think you did anything wrong.
I didn't do anything wrong. You're a shifty man, Mr. McGee. I didn't do anything wrong.
I'm getting an ab workout right now. I'm gonna have a 6-pack by the end of this.
Sure.
I'm a pretty good friend.
You're okay.
All right. So you've got basically a photo collection from your trip, an essay.
Yeah.
How many photos do you have, Dave?
Let's see. One,
Because if
two,
it's
three,
not
four,
enough, it's
five,
not
six,
enough, and if
seven,
it's too many,
eight.
it might get BORING.
I have 10 pictures ish.
I love it. 10
Yeah.
pictures. We've never done an episode like this. You went to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. I'm
I'm
curious to
gonna
see the.
start slow. I'm gonna start slow.
Oh yeah, that'll be a nice change of pace for you. Guys like you don't know a thing or two about patience or building up anticipation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think you've been eating one too many blue chews.
I wish. All right.
You wish.
Yeah, I wish. Here we
We
go.
can make that wish come true,
Yeah, we
Dave.
gotta
It's
get a
not that hard.
sponsorship. All
You
right,
know
here we
what?
go.
I would turn that down if they like, hey, we want to. I'd say no.
You would? What if they offered you 10 grand?
I'm in.
All
All right, first picture.
right, here. So this
Yep.
is the first morning we got there. This little guy was hanging outside our door.
All right, so dinosaur,
Little dinosaur.
little dinosaur.
Yeah. So
Now, did you see this little guy every day, or was
there
it
was a
just?
bunch of these little dinosaurs, all sorts of places by
Yeah.
our place. I almost stepped on one time.
Okay, how close?
I dodged it, and then I almost slipped and fell on my back.
All right, so did you give it like a fun name?
No.
All right, so you saw an iguana. I believe it's an iguana.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Okay, this is me on a boat. It's not a great picture. Doesn't show the whole boat, but it was a private
Okay,
boat.
let's just hold on. Let's keep the picture up here. I want to analyze what you said. Quote, it's not a great picture.
Yeah.
The scenery's pretty nice. You get it. Well, what about you feel? Is it because you're wearing ladies' sunglasses?
No, these are my sunglasses. They're prescription,
Oh.
and and
They
it was
look, they look like ladies'
it
sunglasses.
was
I
a
don't
big
care.
it was a big boat, but so I only got a little corner of it. And
Is it because you kind of look like a lady in the photo?
No, it's not because I look like a lady. My hair's blown in the wind, just like Bob Dylan's song. And
You look like you could be married to Johnny Sack on The Sopranos.
and we went to an island called Ile de la Tortuga, which is
Now, I thought you were going to say Temptation Island.
Turtle Island. No, it wasn't Temptation Island. So that's that one.
Well, that wouldn't have been wrong if you went to that island.
Well, it depends if I would have been tempted or not. That's the problem.
Sure.
You don't
Yeah.
ever want to get too tempted on Temptation Island.
No.
You ever
true.
watch that?
Is that the one where if you hook up, you lose money?
I don't know. I think you go with your partner, and then like, do you break up by the end of it because you hook up with somebody else?
I want to talk about these shows for a second. Both of them.
Yeah,
Let's say I was dating someone.
yeah.
There's like a 0%. Is there a money prize?
I don't know. Probably.
Oh, you win $1 million
Yeah,
if
you
you don't.
probably win money if you stay together.
Yeah, oh yeah, if you don't cheat on your girlfriend, you win $1 million. Yeah, easy.
Yeah, but then you watch this, and then the lady goes up, and like it's you sitting next to your lady or your significant other, and then another lady in like a thong comes up, and she's like, "Hi, my name is X, and I like S&D," and everyone's like, "Oh shit!" So that's the show.
Sorcerers and dragons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, this is it sounds like these shows maybe target the insecurities of perhaps what women go through.
I think they do. Yeah, but we can't really speak on that being too.
No, I couldn't.
Too
No.
men. No. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we can't speak on that at all.
All right, let's go to the next picture. We got Dave on his way to Temptation Island.
This is me with a toucan. Now you might be familiar with toucans from Fruit Loops.
Yeah, Toucan Sam.
Yeah, yeah. So I got nice
Okay,
and
let's
close.
hold this. This it looks like you've taken a prison photo of yourself, and you're like, I got to get this off the net. I'm going to superimpose it into a picture with nature.
No, I can assure you I was
This
there.
looks like a D&D picture, not Dungeons and Dragons, but drunk driving.
No, no. This is me enjoying the time with the toucan.
Did you pet it?
Well, no, I didn't pet this one.
All right. So you were bird watching while you were
I
there.
was bird watching, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that I was
Yep.
bird watching.
All right.
And let's see what's next. This is me with a sloth.
You're really you're blasting through these fast. You don't know how to take your time, Dave.
Well, I don't like to.
Put the blue chew
I
down.
don't like to be the center of attention.
Now, okay, I'm loving the sloth.
Yeah.
Did you get to touch the sloth?
You can get pretty close. You weren't meant to touch them, no, but
Okay.
I got pretty close, and they got very wet noses,
Oh,
James.
interesting.
Yeah.
I want to go to you.
Yeah.
What's with these murderous eyes?
My eyes?
Yeah, it's a real glare.
No,
You look like Son of Sam.
I never really know where to look when a picture's being taken, James.
That was you were giving off full David Berkowitz eyes over there. Son of Sam.
Who's that?
Son of Sam.
Oh yeah.
Now, is there a way that we can pull up a picture of Son of Sam and do a side by side with that picture of you, and let's put the picture of you and the sloth.
Let
But
me
can
see.
we replace the sloth with Son of Sam, David Berkowitz?
Let me see if I can find
All
Son
right.
of Sam.
Now, as you're doing that, people who don't know the Son of Sam, he was a serial killer that terrorized New York City. There was the movie called Son of Sam.
Kind of looks like Andy Kaufman a little bit.
He used a pistol to kill people. I think he also was like the 45 kill or something, the type of gun that he used. Imagine people tuning in right now. Oh, is this the Son of
You
Sam?
know a lot about this guy, James.
Son of Sam revisionist show? They're lying about Son of Sam, trying to pin it on him. Don't they know that there's enough evidence to prove that David Berkowitz could not have been at the scene of those crimes? Imagine Son of Sam apologists.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was the real villain of World War II, the Son of Sam.
Wow, okay. So now we're really doing revisionist history
Yeah.
here.
Here we go. Hold
Hey,
on.
here we go.
Let me,
Okay.
let me see. Here we go.
Yeah. It's not unlike you.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's a
Yeah,
little bit similar.
Dave went to a biodome to see the Son of Sam in the cage exhibit.
Yeah, you can get in there with him and feed him.
Yeah, did you pet him?
Yeah, I pet him. I pet his hair.
Yeah, did you? Looks wiry.
Him? No, he's a thick guy. I think.
No, the hair.
Oh yeah, the hair is wiry. My hair is thicker.
Did you get him to sign your gun?
I didn't get him to sign my gun.
Son of Sam, can you sign my gun?
I'm gonna pull up the next picture, James.
Imagine that, a Comic-Con, but for serial killers.
That's cool.
Now, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about what if your dad had a booth at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
This year at the Montreal Comic-Con, meet David Berkowitz, Son of Sam, the guy who drew Archie, and Dave Kaufman's dad.
He'll sign your tax forms.
Yeah. And then your dad and David Berkowitz are at side-by-side booths.
I'm gonna pull up the next picture. Now, somebody
right.
on the trip compared me to this guy,
All right.
which is
Danny McBride
Danny
from
McBride.
Eastbound and Down.
yeah.
Okay.
He said, "Oh, you guys look the same." I said, "I don't know."
All
about
right.
that."
So your celebrity lookalikes are Danny McBride, David Berkowitz, and KD Lang.
Yeah, that's right. Here's another picture of the sloth. Now look how
Okay.
wet nose. Look at his wet nose, James.
Now, are they dangerous? If you were to pet it, would it slowly open its mouth and try to take a chomp?
I think they have these like real thick claws.
Yeah, those nails don't look like something to be messed with.
There's two-toed sloths and there's three-toed sloths. And
How awesome would it be to live with one that's fully domesticated?
It would be cool, but apparently, evolutionarily speaking, they're not that similar. They've evolved. It's called convergent evolution.
Well, this is a creationist show.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, living with one would rule. Imagine splitting a bag of chips with one.
Yeah, it'd be very slow. Yeah, I'd probably eat all the chips before it even got one.
You, for sure, you never share.
I love to share.
Bull. I think, okay, hold on. I think you love to share, but you're bad at it.
I am bad at it.
We go get Chinese food. I got to keep an eye on the chicken dish.
Everyone eats so slowly. That's the problem.
It's going 75% you, 25% me.
It's because I eat at a at a
Yeah,
steady
you go
pace.
too fast. You pop a blue chew before we go to the Chinese restaurant.
I'm too fast, too furious when it comes to eating that chow mein.
Yeah, okay, Paul Walker.
Yeah, well, we both are expert drivers.
Yeah, okay, let's move on to the next photo.
All right, here's
having a hard time keeping track as to where we are in the show. I don't know whether the show's beginning or ending right
We're
now.
halfway through. We're halfway through.
Yeah.
Here's me on a zip line, giving a thumbs up.
Oh my God. Look at this footwear.
Yeah, you gotta wear.
You are full dadding.
I'm in my Speedo
And
water shoes.
yeah, and you've got a full erection.
That's not an erection. It's the.
Zoom in.
It's.
Zoom in on that
Let me
photo.
see. Let me
On
see.
the shoes and then the
Okay,
erection.
hold on, hold on. I'll zoom in, but I don't have an erection. I promise you.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on. Let me see here. Let's see if I have this.
This is I don't even know. I think we're gonna be gonna get a TOS strike on this.
All right, here we go.
Oh my
So
God.
look, James.
I don't know if your erection is more flagrantly offensive or those shoes.
But yeah, you're going up very high up in the trees, James. It's very nerve wracking.
Yeah, well, what were you looking down at? A nude beach of women? Is that why you
I don't have an erection, James. It's just
you went to the bone zone?
you want the harness on tight, and it pulls everything up, and it bunches it all together to keep you
Let's
secure.
talk about those shoes, Dave.
All right, sure. Let's go back to the shoes.
Bring them back.
Yeah.
And let's just rest on the photos for a second. Dave, you got to take your time.
Okay.
I don't want you to become one of these guys who wears shoes like this.
We don't even know what kind of shoes they are, James.
They're dork shoes.
They're not dork shoes, James.
Dave, there's something that happens to guys when they become dads. They stop caring. And it's not all dads. I've seen the winter boots you wear. You tuck your pants into your boots now. Dave, I'm getting concerned. And this is a warning sign.
James,
Yeah.
these are the shoes that I'm wearing there. These are shoes for a very specific reason. They're Speedo shoes for water. You wear them in water, James.
No, a real man just wears regular shoes.
No,
and
then they get all
his
heavy
feet
and
wet.
clunky. And then they get all soggy. You get athlete's
You should be
foot.
wearing Jordan Air Force Ones.
I'm not going to go into the water in my Air Force Ones, okay? I'm going to wear my Speedo shoes that are meant for the water. And when you take them on an adventure day, like I had that day when I was ziplining through the trees, you're going to want
Yeah.
fast drying shoes that you can get
Yeah,
wet and
you were
dry out
worried.
quickly.
You were worried about getting wet. Meanwhile, you're sitting there with a rock hard erection.
Making all the ladies wet with my shoes.
Oof. Let's go to the next picture. I don't want to get stricken.
But I
from
did want to say
the
this.
Twitch. Yeah.
So we were, we went ziplining, and you're up pretty high in the trees. You're so high up that when you're on the tree is swaying in the wind as you're standing on the platform, and it's pretty freaky, James.
And Dave is on a line, swaying in the wind. And now Dave is just swaying in the wind.
Okay, here's another ziplining picture.
Yeah.
I'm giving the thumbs up here, and I got a little face.
Yeah,
cam.
hopefully your pants are on in this one.
giving-
Look at that. It's just another angle of your erection.
It's not an erection, James. It's you have to bunch up
What are
everything.
you doing? Are you ziplining by a bunch of ladies on a suspension bridge? Oh, yeah, ladies, it's real.
No, James. Look, you got to be secure up there, otherwise
Look
you're
at all
gonna
that
fall
junk inside that trunk.
You're gonna fall off the tree. So it scrunches
Elephant
everything
trunk.
and it holds you up.
I don't know why you're denying it.
All right, here's
Just
the next,
own it.
Next picture.
Yeah.
This is me riding a horse.
Okay. This is the best photo so far. For a variety of reasons.
I got my helmet
One, you're
on.
still wearing those awful shoes.
Yeah, because you took the horse through water, so you got to dry off those shoes.
Two,
Yeah,
you're wearing a little kid helmet.
yeah, they made me wear a little kid helmet.
Little kid helmet. Three, you look so focused and pissed off. There's a trouble in this here town.
So that's my horse. His name translated from Spanish is Cowboy. So I'm riding around Cowboy. We had a pretty good bond.
Riding on a cowboy.
I'm riding on a cowboy, cowboy style, and we at one point we parked to grab some water, stretch our
Is that
legs.
the term you use? Got to park the horse.
Yeah, park the horse, and then my horse ran away.
Just leave it running.
And then this Costa Rican guy chased after my horse and brought it back.
Okay, so you literally left it running.
Yeah, it was running on empty.
Did the guide get mad at you?
No, but this is a newer horse in their stable, so
All right, so it's a new model.
wasn't as trained as the other ones. But it was a
Yeah.
good fella.
All right.
Yeah.
And the name of the horse was Cowboy?
It was but in Spanish, I forget the it's Becaro or something like that. Becadero,
Okay.
something like that.
What are you so mad about in this
I'm
photo?
not
Is
mad.
because there's no ladies around and your bone is gone?
Oh, please, James, you got to stop with this kind of insinuation. You know, I'm a family man.
Yeah, you probably felt a little intimidated by the horse. He was like, I can't compete with this guy.
Well, these horses, you're trotting around and they're just taking shits right in front
Oh,
of you and
okay.
pissing all over the place. It's crazy.
All right. Next photo.
All right, let me find the next photo. I think you're gonna like this one, James.
Well, I really love the last one.
All right. This is me riding around an ATV through some water. Yeah.
Wow, this is like your like make a wish weekend.
I don't know. Make a wish. I was.
First, I want to go zip lining, and can I ride a horse? And then I want to meet a sloth, and then finally I want to go on an ATV. I like that they've given you not a little kid helmet.
Well, these are the helmets for the motor vehicles.
Yeah, we got to look at your face. Let's go back to the photo, Dave. We want to rest on these photos.
Yeah.
I see Dave when I look at the photo, but what I hear is get your motor
Yeah,
running,
exactly.
get out on the highway.
But here's the
It looks
thing
like
about
you're getting
riding
out some
ATVs.
aggression. Did you let this thing rip?
Oh, I ripped this thing. We were going pretty fast on these things.
Okay, you went out for a
On
rip.
bumps, through rivers. It was wild. It was wild.
All
The
right.
the motor gets
Some folks are born made to play the band, red, white, and blue.
the motor gets super hot, and then when you drive through a puddle, the water turns to steam and it burns your legs. It was great.
Wow, you got to
So
watch over them puddles of mud.
yeah, exactly. So they should have told us to wear pants, but they did not.
All right, let's go to the next. How many more pictures do we have here, Dave?
We're almost done.
Almost done.
Yeah. All right, here you're gonna like this one too. This is me. This is me surfing. This is me catching a wave.
Wow. Okay, this is a pretty good photo.
Yeah. So I
The
did
only thing that's missing is a Getty Images watermark.
it. Yeah. So I did a surfing lesson, and they start you off. They show you how to pop up on the
Wow.
board. I've done surfing once before, and I was not able to get on the board. I didn't take a lesson, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go surfing this time. There's no chance I'm
I
gonna.
want you to just leave this photo up. Don't take it down. Just keep talking.
There's no chance I'm gonna be able to get up on this thing. But they
Okay.
gave me a lesson. I figured out how to do it, and then they were like, whatever you do, uh, don't jump forward when you're riding the wave. Don't jump forward off the board because you could land really
Okay.
hard on the sand and break your ankle.
All right.
So, and I was like, that's never going to be an issue because I'm not going to get up on this board. I get up on the first fucking try, do a couple of waves, then like the third wave I catch. He's like, if you step forward, you'll be able to balance longer. So I step forward, and I'm going on this wave for a long time, and I'm like, I'm ruling at surfing.
You were full point breaking.
Yeah, exactly. I was Patrick Swayze out there on the waves, and then I jumped off the board forward just like I told you not to, and I landed on my toe, and I'm pretty sure I either sprained my toe or it's still dislocated. I'm not sure what's going on, but I fucked up my foot for the rest of the ride, for the rest of the
Yeah,
trip.
well, they caught you in a perfect moment. You're in the middle of dabbing,
Yeah,
and you're full intensity.
yeah.
Dave, this might be the manliest photo I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, me or in general?
General,
Yeah, nice.
I didn't think anything could top you on the ATV in the muck.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue.
So
This
let's
is
see what I
incredible.
have left. Okay, and this was kind of like should I go into this? This is kind of like a sub theme of the trip. I sent you this picture, but you never responded. So the first picture, the first book that I saw at a bookstore there
Yep.
was this. It was Las Hermanas de Auschwitz.
Yep.
So I guess this was two best friend ladies who survived Auschwitz together. Thought it was a bit strange that's the first book I saw there, but whatever, didn't look too much into it.
Okay, so this didn't make your must read list.
No, it didn't make my must read list.
All right.
But then I go to a bar.
Well, there's no surprise there.
Yeah, sure. And you didn't respond to this, but they had like a lot of pictures on the wall.
Right. So yeah, you sent me this as I was working, and I thought, oh, aesthetically, I wouldn't mind if my bedroom looked like this. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on.
I'm loving the cat.
Yeah.
You pet the cat?
I did not pet the cat. I don't like petting
Oh,
strange cats without asking permission.
you were at a bar.
I'm just saying.
Records all over the wall. Looks like you got Michael Jackson and E.T.
Yeah, so I'll do a first kind of zoom in on the
Yeah.
Michael Jackson
Yeah.
ET. So, I saw that Michael Jackson ET photo and I was like, hey, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, this is like us.
Yeah, this is, it's ET, it's the king of pop.
Yeah.
And then,
For sure you'd be E.T. because he likes beer.
ET
But then you
likes
might also
beer.
be Michael Jackson too because you like kids.
Well, I do like kids, but not in the same way that MJ did. Well, at least allegedly. I don't know.
Well, I wasn't implying anything.
But then on the far left of the bar was just a picture of Hitler
Oh,
giving the old Heil to the
this is like the most messed up Mad Libs.
yeah.
What do Michael Jackson and E.T., Guns N' Roses, and Hitler have in common?
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of strange.
Oh, they're all on this wall of a bar in Costa Rica?
Yeah, yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. You win the grand prize at Temptation Island.
Yeah. And then, well, James, you wanted me to add.
Well, you sent me a photo and you were like, and this relates to what we were talking about earlier when I said, there's some things you don't want to talk about.
Do we have to do this?
Yes. That's why, Dave, I think it's important that you show the photo
All right.
of the real sights and sounds of Costa Rica.
So here's the last picture that I guess I took on my trip,
Yeah.
and well, let's just show it. And
Yeah.
I don't
Now,
want to keep
I've
it.
taken some precaution here. I had to blur some parts of it out.
Yeah.
David Berkowitz himself at a strip club. And Dave, it looks like you and your buddies are really making it rain.
I mean, I guess that's what it does look like. Yes, it does.
Hold on, Dave. Let's not move away so fast here. Come on, let's go back to the photo. You were so descriptive in what was going on at the zoo and while you were ATVing. Why don't you tell us what was going on here?
So I guess we didn't have Costa Rica money in this one. We had American money because that's the world reserve currency.
Sure.
And it appears that we were at some sort of gentleman's club with, I guess, two ladies on stage at the same time doing some kind of
shaking their groove thing.
doing a synchronized dance.
Yeah.
And I wasn't looking. In my defense,
it would be tough for us to know that it was synchronized. How did you know it was synchronized?
well, allegedly I was there,
Okay, yeah. And you have your back to the stage.
so I wasn't even watching. In my
Yeah.
defense,
Yeah, why not, Dave?
I didn't want to support this type of thing.
Oh, you don't support sex work?
Oh, you backed me into a corner here. I suppose in
I think what
theory,
you're probably trying to say is you don't support it as a married man and you don't want to subject your wife to that.
That's correct. I support it in theory, but I don't want
Dave's
to be,
wife wouldn't like that.
wouldn't want to be spending my hard-earned family money on something of that nature.
Yeah, especially your hard-earned American family money.
That's right, which is currently trading at a, I don't know, 1.5 rate to Canada.
So, Dave, that was your trip.
Yeah.
Now, be honest. Did you miss doing the show that week off? Be honest.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I was pretty busy.
You didn't have time to miss it.
I didn't have time to miss it. But then in retrospect, I said, I'm looking forward to coming back to the show.
Because this is the thing. We did the show 2 weeks ago. It was on a Tuesday. The week before, we were off.
Yeah.
So we were off on a Tuesday, off again now on a Tuesday because I had to work last night.
Yeah.
Dave, what's happening in this show?
We have our.
We're in a transition period.
We're in a transition period. Yeah, I suppose you could say that.
Okay, well, with time remaining, Dave, I sent you a YouTube clip earlier.
You did.
And I said, I'd like to show this on the show. This might might stand to be one of the most vulgar things that we've ever been set to air on the show. And I thought, should we air this? What do you think, Dave? I think we should.
Yeah, sure. I guess we could air it. I mean, it's
All right.
online.
It's online.
Mm-hmm.
It's online.
Give me a
And the
second. I'm
reason
gonna
I
bring
want
it
to
up.
air it is because I think not only does the interviewer, but specifically the interviewee, have a claim to the 2025 At Home Dude of the Year.
We're bringing back Dude of the Year this year?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, sure.
why not? It's been a while.
Yeah.
So Dave, is this all lined up and ready to go?
We're ready to go, yeah.
This might be one of the, if not the greatest man on the street interviews I've ever seen.
All right.
Let's take it away.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is DeMarco Fleming.
Are you gay?
I'm bisexual.
Are you top or bottom?
I'm a top, dom top, aggressive top.
Can you describe what dumb top means?
Dom top which means I grab you by your back and neck, put your face down, ass up, and fuck the shit out of you, and have you walk crazy for days.
Walk crazy for days.
Crazy for days, which means you be real sore and you be calling me on the phone. Daddy DeMarco, I need help. I'm sore. Give me some Tylenol. That's what that means.
Okay, honestly, I don't think I can handle it, but I appreciate your honesty.
I know you can't handle it. I can tell the way you walk, you can't handle it. My dick is big. They call me King Kong in my pants. I know you can't handle it, but I'll make sure I go real gentle with you. Because you're cute.
Thank you so much. I like it gentle.
All right?
Okay.
I got you all
Thank
day.
you so much.
Come here.
I cannot kiss though.
You cannot kiss?
No, I have a boyfriend.
He has a boyfriend. I got a husband. What does that mean? You can't see the engagement ring on my neck? Get with the program. My name is DeMarco Fleming, all right?
Period. Thank you
Period.
again.
Holla. It's a pleasure.
My pleasure.
Got
Thank you.
you.
You're awesome.
All right. So there's a lot to talk about in this video, Dave. DeMarco
Is there?
Fleming.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
All
there
right.
is.
Lay it on me.
This guy has a way with words.
I'd say.
What was your favorite part of what he said, Dave?
I mean, what was my
This guy
favorite
look
part?
just like you. It seems like he's a bit of a blue chew guy.
I think we got to watch it again, to be honest, because there's a lot going on.
All right, yeah. It's a whirlwind. So you
Sure.
want to watch it again? Okay.
What's your name?
My name is DeMarco Fleming.
Are you gay?
I'm bisexual.
Are you top or bottom?
I'm a top, dom top, aggressive top.
Can you describe what dumb top means?
Dom top which means I grab you by your back and neck, put your face down, ass up, and fuck the shit out of you, and have you walk crazy for days.
Okay, we can maybe start there.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna do this piece by piece. Dom top,
Dom top.
power top.
Yeah.
He's
Grabs your back
very
and your
coarse
neck.
about how he likes to make love.
Yeah.
Now it sounds like your ear tingled that the same thing mine did. I will have you walking crazy for days,
Yeah.
which means he does a lot of hard work.
That's true. Isn't there like
Yeah.
a Monty Python sketch where it's like the Ministry of Silly Walks?
Yeah, this guy, he might be the president.
Yeah, I think that maybe he's the president of the ministry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very well spoken.
You think so? I think he has a good vocabulary.
He doesn't stop. He's very self-assured.
Yeah. He's got
Now,
more
coming
confidence
up
than I
is
do,
when
that's
he
for sure.
says that the people that he makes love to, they call him is his name DeMarcus?
DeMarco.
DeMarco. Daddy DeMarco, I need help. I need Tylenol. So his partners are asking him for Tylenol, which is readily available over the counter.
Yeah, but
Let's hit play again. Let's hit play.
Walk crazy for days.
Crazy for days, which means you be real sore and you be calling me on the phone. Daddy DeMarco, I need help. I'm sore. Give me some Tylenol. That's what that means.
Okay, honestly, I don't think I can handle it, but I appreciate your honesty.
I know you can't handle it. I can tell the way you walk, you can't handle it. My dick is big. They call me King Kong in my pants. I know you can't handle it, but I'll make
Pause
sure I
there.
go.
Now, Dave, I saw some pictures of you earlier.
yeah, sure. We all did. I showed them.
I think we might have to start calling you King Kong in your pants.
I don't think so. You know, this guy is. I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not a Donnie DeMarco Fleming.
It's not his name, Donnie DeMarco.
What
Are
did
you
I
confusing
call
him with the movie Donnie Darko?
Why did I call him that?
DeMarco Fleming.
DeMarco Fleming.
You're saying you're nothing like this guy.
No, I don't think so. I think I'm.
People aren't, hey, Daddy Dave, I need Tylenol.
Yeah, no one's ever no one's ever called me that. Never made anyone walk silly.
Now, this guy, he was able to spot the interviewer and saying, I know you can't handle it.
That's true. This guy is he's a Tracy Morgan character, right? Like,
This guy is for real.
yeah. But if you listen to his voice,
A Dom top.
Yeah.
A power top. Dave, let's keep it going.
All right.
He goes in for a
Real
kiss.
gentle with you. Because you're cute.
Thank you so much. I like it gentle.
All right?
Okay.
I got you all
Thank
day.
you so
Come
much.
here.
I cannot kiss though.
You cannot kiss?
No, I have a boyfriend.
He has a boyfriend. I got a husband. What does that mean? You can't see the engagement?
So he has a boyfriend and he has a husband. And
What does that mean?
what does it mean? Hold on.
Dave,
Mhm.
before the show,
Yeah.
I found a 13-minute full-length interview where they met up, I believe, a year after this.
Really? Well, I mean, this was a year ago, so
DeMarco has
must have been recent.
since divorced
Really?
because he felt like he forced his husband into an open relationship and it just didn't work. And he said, even when it's open, we were still jealous.
I am.
And he said it was a huge regret forcing his husband into that relationship. And I really appreciated DeMarco Fleming's humility.
You liked his humility?
I loved it.
I, for one, am shocked that he was not able to keep his marriage together despite wearing
Why?
his ring around his neck.
I like it. You don't even wear a ring.
No, I do sometimes, but not often.
This guy's wearing it around his neck. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Let's keep it going.
Ring on my neck? Get with the program. My name is DeMarco Fleming, all right?
Period. Thank you again.
Holla. It's a pleasure.
My pleasure.
Gotcha.
Thank you. You're awesome.
The end is the best part. Thank you. Hey, you're awesome.
Yeah. Has anyone called you awesome before?
For sure.
Like that?
It's the truth.
Okay, I'm just asking.
How about when he goes, get with the program, DeMarco Fleming? I should do the sign off to this show should no longer be what it is. It's just going to be, thanks so much for watching. Get with the program, James.
Isn't that used to be the Oprah Winfrey tagline?
Was it?
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about the way that he got rejected for the kiss? Did he handle it well?
Who did it? I think they both handled it fairly well.
Yeah, like pros.
Yeah. No kiss. Okay.
Now, in this follow-up
What does
interview,
it matter?
I am assuming he's Russian.
You want me to find it? It's right here. This.
Yeah. Well, no, it's 13
Oh,
minutes,
yeah, the
but in
real
the
story.
interview, he was like saying like, yeah, some people just say that after watching interview, you belong in jail. And I thought, what?
For
What part
Kiss?
about this interview makes people feel like he belongs in jail?
Well, I guess he's pretty sexually aggressive by going for the kiss and talking about holding people down and.
Okay, but
Making them
I didn't
walk
get
funny.
the impression. Look, I'm going to stand up for DeMarco Fleming here. I didn't get the sense that he was doing anything that was non-consensual.
I didn't either, but if you're asking me why people might think that, that's probably why.
I think that's a strong conclusion to jump to. Some people, they like. I want to pick my words here. They like having the business brought to them.
What do you mean by that?
Well, the way that he was referring to how he likes to make love, some people like that sort of thing.
Oh, sure. They like to be, well, if he's a dom, then they probably like being a sub.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we're
Or
not talking
submarine
substitute
sandwich.
teacher, submarine. I wanted it so bad.
Oh, you were too late. Some people are Domino's and other people are Subways.
Oh.
There's two types of,
This guy's looking for a Mr. Sub.
yeah.
Now, he went in for the kiss.
Mhm.
The way he got rejected, I would say he was maybe like, hey, look, it's all good. We can still kiss. I don't get the sense that he pressured him, though. And at the end, the guy goes, hey, you're awesome.
It's true. He was aggressive, but I don't think he crossed the line. I'll say that.
I don't know if he was forward. He was definitely
He
forward.
was forward. He was a bit aggressive. He was like, "Oh, why not? Who even cares if you're dating?" Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I'm married.
Yeah. What does it matter?
Well, apparently it did matter.
You did. You're right.
Would you like if we could get this guy on the show, DeMarco Fleming?
I'd love to talk to him. I'd like to bring him into the sort of open marketplace of ideas and debate him on the show.
Like let's think about this. There's Dimitri, there's Connor Rose, there's Raquel Belmonte, there's the Night Freak, there's Sleazy Darren. Imagine DeMarco Fleming just became part of the At Home universe.
I don't see why not. He'd fit right in.
Guys, we got a great show tonight. Dave is here. A little bit later on, we've got Santa Claus. But first, DeMarco Fleming.
Yeah. Be cool.
Maybe
he's
we
awesome.
should work on that.
He's awesome.
I agree. I think we should work on that.
Okay. Well, I'll reach out to his reps.
This is the thing. I've been thinking a lot about manifesting, like putting things out into the universe.
I thought
Just
you were going to
saying
say you've been thinking a lot about the manosphere.
What's the manosphere?
That's like, the online bros, your Andrew
clearly.
Tates.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Andrew Tate. Yeah.
All those, the manosphere.
Yeah. Who I believe was the first inductee into the At Home with James human toilet.
Yeah. He's a sex trafficker or whatever.
Yeah. Flush him twice.
It's the manosphere. It's a bunch of criminals.
Yeah. Okay. Well, DeMarco Fleming's not going in yet. I don't know much about him.
Yeah.
But I want to manifest it. Let's see if we can get this guy on the show.
If you think positive thoughts,
He's probably available on Tuesdays at 9:30.
Well, you never know when we're going to start, but yeah, he's definitely available when.
Yeah, the show that you never know what time it's going to start
we
at.
keep people guessing. We keep people on their toes.
All right.
We
Dave,
tell our audience to stand back and stand by.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We got a lot of proud audience members here.
Yeah.
Dave, any final thoughts before we call it a night and I go get dinner?
Hey, it's good to be back, James. I hope my toe's not dislocated. I might go to the hospital on Thursday. And, hopefully we come back with a bang next week at a unknown
Maybe we
time.
should hang out tomorrow.
Look, I'm taking the day off work. I'm watching my kids.
Oh, maybe I meet you in the mid to late morning.
That sounds great.
Okay, well, let's talk about it off air.
Sounds good.
All right, folks, we're back. We will be back, as far as I know, a week from yesterday, Monday, the time. Hey, if we knew, we'd tell you. Until then, that's Dave. I'm James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and, of course, be well.